It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, you have found me on a Friday. It is the end of what has been quite a week, hasn't it? We deserve to hang out together and listen to some good music today, and I think I have y'all covered. We have some unfinished business today, my friends. Not only is it a Friday, which makes it a masterpiece Friday here on the Daily Doug, but based on what I heard on Wednesday, y'all, side one to Led Zeppelin's second album, we are going to be in for quite a masterpiece Friday. We're hearing side two of this classic second album from Led Zeppelin. On Wednesday, the only song that I had heard previously was Whole Lotta Love, and the other three, What Is and What Should Never Be, the Lemon Song. It's good to know that Robert likes his lemons freshly squeezed, right? And then Thank You, the song that finishes out that album, I think is my favorite from that side of music. A beautiful love ballad. Really, really surprised me, and I dig it, y'all. So as we get ready to listen to side two, we're going to hear Heartbreaker, Loving Maid, She's Just a Woman, and then Ramble On, which I have heard before, and then Moby Dick, which I read earlier has a kick and drum solo from John Bonham. I'm always up for a drum solo. And then we finish off the album with a song called Bring It On Home. And Ramble On is the only song that I believe that I've heard on this side, although it's, you never know. But none of those titles stir a memory in me. So I'm really eager to hear this particular side of music. How we got here, y'all, is a fun story as well. Quickly, I decided to start on Patreon with this band, and I was going to start at the very beginning, and I put up a poll, but the patrons said, no, we don't want you to start with Led Zeppelin 1. Go to Houses of the Holy. That's the one we want you to go with first. So I did. And then when we got back to this band to hear another full album, they picked a double album, Physical Graffiti, and I really enjoyed both of those. I've shared clips from both of those reactions here on YouTube, and the full album reactions to those remain available on my Patreon. So then here on YouTube, we listened to a smattering of some of the great individual songs from this band, and then earlier this year, I started back at the beginning. I went back to Led Zeppelin 1. I'm like, all right, I want to catch everything that I haven't caught so far and rehear what I've already heard. And so we listened to Zeppelin's first album, A Side at a Time, earlier this year. And here we are with Led Zeppelin 2. And we heard side one on Wednesday. If you haven't seen that one yet, you can watch this one, then you can go back and watch that one. It's fine. But yeah, I'm really, really eager to get into this side of this album and just see what all of the greatness is about. This album has been cited as one of the most influential albums, not even like classical or rock or electronic or punk or anything, just albums, straight up albums of all time. And I need to know it, y'all. So let's get rolling. We've got Robert Plant on vocals and the harmonica. Jimmy Page is on guitars and backing vocals. John Paul Jones is on the bass guitar, organ, and backing vocals. And John Bonham is on drums and percussion. So I will be listening to the remastered version of this album as it is provided to YouTube by the band. And I have, just like I did on Wednesday, I have set this to play the entire side without stopping. We are going to recreate as close as we can the experience of putting side two of this album on the turntable back in 1969 and just letting it play and enjoying it with each other. If I need to stop it, I will, but I'm going to try not to. So let's get going, y'all. First up is a song called Heartbreaker. It is described as a power rock song about a woman who sadly breaks our protagonist's heart. So that is why she is called a heartbreaker. Makes sense to me. Let's get going, y'all. Led Zeppelin 2, Side 2. Here we go. ba-da-dum. I know that riff. Have I heard this? They moved it to a different key.
Hey, fellas, have you heard the news? You know that Annie's back in town.
They're in A.
I won't take long just to watch and see all the fellas lay their money down. A style is new, but the play's the same, and it was so long ago. But from her eyes, a different smile. I got the phone who knows.
Really bluesy. 4-1. Back into the riff. And listen to John Paul's bass doubling the riff down there.
Well, it's been 10 years or maybe more since I first set eyes on you. The best years of my life go by. Here I am alone and blue.
Robert's alone and he's
Some
blue,
people cry
y'all.
and some people die by the wicked ways of love. But I just keep on rolling along with the praise from the Lord above. People talking all around about the way you left me
New
flat.
key.
I don't care what the people say. I know where their job is at.
They didn't go to
One
A.
thing I do have on my mind, if you could clarify, please do. So where you call me another
Where
guy's
are
name,
they
but I'm trying to
going?
make love to you.
I think they just went right up a scale. They did it on one note and then did the riff up a step, then up a step again. Take it, Jimmy. Everything stops for the guitar solo. I've heard the main riff, but I've never heard that. That was rad. They stopped everything, said, "Take it away, Jimmy." They describe this as a hard rockin' tune. They ain't lying.
So hard I couldn't unwind, get somebody say, abuse my love 1,000 times, however hard I tried.
Heartbreaker, your time has come.
Take your leave away. Go away, heartbreaker.
Go away, Heartbreaker. Be gone. Be gone from me. Cool vocal.
With a purple umbrella and a 50-cent hand.
We're right into the second tune. Same key. Living, loving, maid. She's just a woman. I read that radio stations would often play these two songs together. Not only do they segue beautifully, they're in the same key, they're both talking about a lady. Works for me. And I'm drawn again, y'all. John Paul Jones is showing me some bass playing. She's just a blonde. Guitar solo again. Goes to the floor.
Nobody hears a single word you say.
It's kind of a throwback tune, isn't it? Reminds me of earlier rock and roll. Come on, babe, on the roundabout, ride on the merry-go-round. We all know what your name is. Come on, baby. Great tune. I've never heard this. Off. And then right in to Ramble On. So this one I heard on the channel back in August of 2024. And I don't think I've heard it since.
Leaves are falling all around. Time I was on my way. Thanks to you, I'm much obliged for such a pleasant stay.
And it starts with
But now
a
it's
softer
time for
acoustic
me to
sound.
go.
Even if it doesn't stay there, if you're listening
That's my way.
throughout the album, it's a lovely change of pace for a minute or two.
And with it came, and it's heading my way.
Nice.
Sometimes I grow so tired.
Still just an E
But I know I'm
to an A, but they're just connecting it.
Sing my song. I'm going round the world and I find my girl on my way. I've been this way 10 years to the day. Ramble on.
So I think they're drawing a comparison to their journey and travels as band members around the world, to different places, as similar, or they're drawing comparison to the Lord of the Rings story, the journey with Frodo and Sam. Right? That little syncopation in the kick. So good. We'll find that queen.
Mine's a tale that can't be told. My freedom I hold dear. How years ago,
And I love the use of the acoustic in this.
Just in the darkest depths of Mordor, I met a girl so fair.
Did she want the precious?
But got him at the evil war. Crept up and slipped away with her.
my precious.
Yes. And ain't nothing I can do now.
those stereo effects. How many Roberts are there? He's searching for that one ring, right? I'm having fun, y'all. Hope you all are too. Next up, Moby Dick, an instrumental. This is the drum solo, I think, that I read about, or at least it's going to have one in there. I gotta play along a little bit, y'all. Just a nasty D minor riff. Up to the G. A bluesy progression. I'm ready. I'm ready. It's interesting. I read that sometimes he'd break his sticks because he hit the damn skins so hard. So he'd resort to using his hands. It almost sounds like he's hitting the toms with his hands. They sound like hand drums. Meanwhile, the rest of the band slipped out the back to have a quick cigarette. I didn't expect for it to be this long. Okay. or subtonic. Did we segue directly into the last tune? We might have. Bring It On Home, another blues cover. The intro and outro are written by Willie Dixon. Got a harmonica. Robert's gonna bring it on home. I'm here for it, Robert.
Got magic, got that load. John up, going higher, all aboard. I'ma take my seat right way back. Oh yeah, watch this train roll down the track. We're gonna bring it on home. Bring it on home to you. Watch out, watch out.
Watch out.
That move.
Okay. So was that all just an introduction? I was expecting the whole song to be like that.
Try to tell you what you're trying to do. Try to love me, baby. Love some other men too. Bring it on home. Bring it on home. When a little walk downtown, missing off that lady, followed on their way and said, Daddy, I just can't wait. Bring it on home. Bring it on home. Bring it on home. Bring it back home. Bring it back home to me, baby.
I think he's bringing home more than the bacon, y'all. Just that little click makes all of those syncopated rhythms really pop the way they're supposed to.
Love you, miss me, baby. I'm gonna give you love, baby. Gonna move you out of town. Bring it on home. Bring it on home.
I mean,
Sweetest little
I came
baby
into this,
Daddy ever said.
of course, knowing all four of the band members, but knowing less about John Paul. And his playing on this album has astounded me. He's really, really fantastic.
Bring it on home. Bring it on home to you.
This is the end of the album. And it's perhaps, on a first listen, the most perfect album ending that I can remember hearing. Perfect. No notes, y'all. Don't change a thing. I know it's 56 years old. Don't change a thing. For a blues-inspired rock album to end like that, that's treating your audience with respect. That's knowing what you're doing, even if you're young. Your instincts are right, and you know what you're doing. And I think it's one of the main reasons why we come away from hearing this album and going, yeah, isn't that great? And then that impression just sends it to, to that level in everybody's mind. That's why it's seen as so darn influential and so darn great after all of these years. It's incredible how well it comes together. And I read that they were kind of recording and putting this together on the fly as they were even touring or on the, on the road. They weren't like nestled or like away from everybody. Let's work on our craft, y'all. They were out gigging and doing their stuff. And out of that came this second album within one calendar year of their first one. Unbelievable. Unbelievably good. As I go back and look at the songs a little bit, I did have a note in here that I didn't get to, and that was in the first song in Heartbreaker. Remember that really cool guitar solo where everybody stopped playing except for Jimmy, and he's doing some really, really interesting stuff. Apparently, many guitarists cite this song and that solo as very influential and showing them a little bit of what's possible, more, thinking outside the box a little bit. And they look to it as one of the origins of the guitar tapping technique. And I read that Steve Vai, Eddie Van Halen, and many guitar players were looking to that recording going, how did he do that? Let's give that a shot, the two songs together with Loving Maid, that was great. All of the segues into Ramble On, and then we have that little acoustic bit to start off at the beginning, and then it ramps up. And then the drum solo is kind of in classical terms, kind of a cadenza, right? It's showing off one of the members in a concerto. In the classical concerto, it's different from a symphony, in that we get to highlight one player. It's why we always say it's a concerto for violin or for trumpet or for piano and orchestra, right? It's because those individual instruments are lifted up throughout. They have important themes, they have solos to play, and by the time we get to, it depends on what movement they put it in. They might put it in multiple movements, but you get near the end of a movement before kind of a main theme comes back, and we call it a cadenza. It's where the music all stops and it's just left up to the soloist. And a lot of times they write their own. The composers will write out an example of what they might do, but these cadenzas become an opportunity for the players that are featured to show their own skill and their own technique and their own flair in coming up with their own music that matches some of the themes that they've been playing, and then they bring it on home with the last bit of the piece. So the entire side of music, as a 20-something minute, 20 minute, 21 minute collection of little movements that play together like a suite, it works like a classical piece almost, y'all. A rock blues classical suite. How about that? You didn't expect me to say that today, right? But the playing is excellent. I loved all of it. Every bit of it. I think it's a wonderful album from back to front. I don't think there's any weakness in it at all, friends. So that leaves us with, now we've heard Zeppelin 1 and Zeppelin 2, so I guess that means Zeppelin 3 will be next. And I have the track list up for it. And Yeah, I think we're in the the same situation as we were here with Led Zeppelin 2. I came into hearing this album only knowing two two songs and a riff. And on Zeppelin 3, the only songs that I've heard are Immigrant Song and Since I've Been Loving You. And those are only two of the 10 songs on that album, like Zeppelin 2. So when we get to Zeppelin 3, I believe that it's going to be a similar experience. We'll put the album on, we'll hang out together, we'll check it out. I'll tell you what I hear and what I think, and will be reminded of the tracks that I have heard before, and I will be newly listening to the ones that, of course, are new to me. And I love doing these half albums, y'all. It gives me time to hear a, just more context. Sometimes individual songs can be great to get an idea for a band or to do as a special episode, but hearing half of an album, you start to get an idea for a band's personality and for their influences, their range as performers and as composers and songwriters. And I learn more about them by listening in this way, especially when we get a classic album that's only like 20 minutes or so to hear, right? Some of these newer ones, it's like, they're like, what's a side? Here's our an hour and a half album. Enjoy. I'm like, okay, I'll try to schedule it, right? But these classic album sides, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun to hear. And so I love doing these episodes. And this week, we got to do it back to back. How about that? Last episode was side 1, and today was side 2 of Led Zeppelin's second album. I thank y'all for joining me today and this week. That will be all for me, my friends, and I thank you for being with me. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.
It's the Daily Doug. Welcome to the Daily Doug. The Daily